Now the main benefit here for me is the mill head will always be insulated. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Stop. Stop, you f***. So here's the site location I decided to put my mill in. I already have a pole shed in place. So the pole shed allows me, it's already there, so I can park the head underneath the roof, keep it out of the weather. Plus, if I'm working on there, I can work on the mill head without having to be standing out in the weather. Eventually, I will extend this out and put a roof out over the mill base itself. So that's one of the advantages. It's also a nice close location to where I will be drying it. That corner over there, I will be removing the stuff that's sitting there right now, and I'll set that up for my drying area. And that allows me, it's close to power. I can run some fans and help speed up some of the drying process of the lumber that I'm cutting. So now I did have to remove some trees, and I still have some more leveling to do at the site. I want it accessible, so there's a bit more work. I have already removed a bunch of clay. I had an area here with some trees that were not doing so well, so I dug those out. And you can kind of see the footprint of that. It gives me a little more work area. And then I'll set this spot up here for staging of the logs. I'll get some poles on the ground and I can sit them in there. I've got about 30 logs that are sitting and waiting. I have to move over here and prep for the mill itself. So there it is. So it's a good work area. It's in the trees. It's a little bit sheltered from the wind. Good and close to the building, so I can take advantage of the structure and some of the amenities there like power. Closer to setting up for my mill. Just brought a few things here. Got to cut some trees down, kind of in the way. So a couple of cedars will have to come out. They're kind of restricting my area. A couple of trees, there's a couple of dead larch in the back, a fir that's not leaning too well, and I'm going to take this corner off. I got the backhoe on the tractor and ready, give us a little more space, and the mill will be going right beside where the trailer is right now. And here, where that little pallet is, I will have the head of the mill just inside the building here under the roof. And the rest will go out here and getting that ready today. So we'll do a little bit of work, cut down some trees, get some area prep, and we'll be good to go. That makes it for a good thing. Now in time, I will concrete. I've got a bunch more concrete to do in here. I will create a concrete base, and I will extend a roof out over the mill, so I don't have to do any of it in the rain. There is more videos in the mill series, and once I start milling lumber, then we can continue to do other mill related activities for the shop, for the farm, and for everything that we want to do around here. And just the main one be to find the time to do it. So there's the mill base. So it's a good solid base. I did remove and level it down and put about 2 inches of gravel underneath, and then this, what they call crusher chips from the mills, crushing mills, and this small almost like dust or gravel dust is great because it packs. It doesn't, it almost gets like a hard packed surface, easy to clean off. You don't have a bunch of gravel and stuff sitting on it. And so that, I put about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of that under the base. Gives me a good solid work area. I still have some more work to do on the mill base itself, and I'll show that in the next video. But for now, I just wanted to give you a sense of what prep area and why I chose this area for setting at the mill end. So some huge advantages for sure. Hey everybody, I really appreciate you watching the video this long. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. There's additional mill videos over here, and we've got some other content here that you might be interested in.